I'm going to supply a list, right, to this. And then I'm going to perform a function, an action inside this function. And then I'll print out the value for you to see what will happen. So I'm just going to change this my script a little by supplying a list. Okay, so here now I'm going to supply, so I'm just going to change this to a list, right? So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, and then I'm going to close. So this is the new variable that I'm supplying now. Now in this place, I'm going to change this a little. Yeah, I'm going to say the value of the list inside the function, right? So that one will be the parameter, right? Comma. All right. So what I'm saying is I'm going to supply this function, this variable, which is the list. A list is mutable. So I'm going to supply this list now to this variable, and then I'm going to print out the value. I'm going to print out the value. I'm going to print out, I'm going to print out come here, I'll print, right? I'm going to print var. Okay, so I'm going to print out this var. Then I'm going to print the address of the var, right? And then I'm going to call this function. So in this place now, print the value of the list inside the function, which is what the parameter that I'm going to supply. Then here I'm going to do this. So I'm changing my script a little. So then here I'm going to say variable. Here ID inside the function. All right. So this is what I'm doing. So testing value parameter. Print the value of the list inside the function. So whatever is going to be supplied, I'll print it out. Then I'll print ID inside the function. What will be the address? Then here I'm going to change it. Parameter assign. Let me space it for you to see. So parameter dot append 40, 50. Okay. So this is what I'm doing. So return. Now I can decide not to put like this one. Now I'm returning nothing. It's going to return now. So what am I saying? This is my function now. I've changed my script. What I'm doing here is I define the function testing value parameter. Print the value of the list inside the function parameter. So print the value of the list inside the function. This is a string literal that I'm supplying. So I'm going to print this parameter, which is what? This string that I'm giving. This one will print everything the same as what this one will print. So this one will print 10, 20, 30, 40, right? This one, this first instruction is going to print this 10, 20, 30, 40. Then it will come here, it will print the address of this in the memory. Then I'm calling the function. So when I call the function, I'm supplying this variable to it. So it will now carry this variable and give it to the parameter. Then it will go inside this function. What will it do? It will print out the value of the list inside the function, which is what? Parameter. It will also print out 10, 20, 30, 40. Then it will print out the address. You will see that the address that it will print out will be the same thing as this address. Then it's going to alter this parameter by changing it inside the function, meaning it's going to add 50 to it. So it now become 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Then it will return to the calling function and then print out the value after function call. So you will see that this variable will change to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 because it has been altered inside this function. Now, this is called by reference. So I'm going to execute this for you to see. Now look at this. The value is what? First, this one, the printed our print variable 10, 20, 30, 40. That is what the printed. Now, ID of variable is 323100, like that, 440. Now, that is what it's giving you. Now, it's calling the function testing value and supplying the variable to it. So it will now come here, testing value. The variable, which is what? This string, this list will now be supplied to this parameter. So it will go into the function. Then it will print out this first instruction. The value of the list inside the function, that is it, the value of the list inside the function is what? 10, 20, 30, 40. That's what it's printing, which is what? The same thing as what is here, right? 10, 20, 30, 40. Then it will print out the address inside the function. The address is the same thing as this, right? The same thing. Now it's going to carry out an action, which is what? Increasing this what? This list by appending 50 to it. So parameter.append. This is adding this 50 to what? To the list. Now you are asking it to print out, then it will return. It will return to this testing value, which is what? The calling function. Then after that, it will now print out the next instruction. So it will now print out value after function call. So this variable now has changed. It's now 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is a global variable. But because this action has taken place inside this function, it's going to affect it. Why? Because at the time you are calling this function, what you are actually supplying is not this value. Rather, you are supplying the address in the memory. That's what you are supplying to the function. So the function now performing this action is actually changing the value that was in that address. Now, you come out again from the function after it has returned to the calling function. You come out and then you're asking it to print out the value outside of the function, which is what? The global value. And when it prints it out, it's going to print out 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is called by reference. Why? Because the variable that you are supplying is a mutable variable, mutable object. That is why it's doing this. But when I supplied an immutable object, which is what? A numeric object, it created a completely different location for the value after that alteration was done inside the function. So that is what I want to explain to you in this class, which is what? Call by value and call by reference. So if you've come with me this far and you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And if you have not liked this video and you have come this far, please like it. So see you in my next class. Bye-bye.